The Summer I Turned Pretty Season 3 is moving towards its end, with only 3 more episodes left. In the last episode, we saw Conrad spending some meaningful time with Belly, while the preparations for Belly and Jeremiah's wedding continued. But just like the last few episodes, where we got subtle clues from Jenny Han that the story may end with Belly and Conrad together, this episode gave us even more signs pointing in that direction. If you've been rooting for Conrad and Belly, you might want to pay close attention. These clues are not random. They strongly hint that Belly and Conrad could be the final couple by the end of the season. Let's take a look at these signs and what they really mean. Don't miss it out. It's going to be interesting. One of the biggest moments that hints at Belly and Conrad being Endgame is when Conrad is seen fixing the roof of the beach house. This might seem like just another scene, but it's actually a very strong symbol. If you've watched The Notebook, you'll remember the main character, Noah, fixing up a house for the woman he loves, even though they aren't together anymore. Conrad does something very similar. Even though Belly is engaged to Jeremiah, Conrad is still quietly trying to make things better for her, fixing the roof himself instead of calling a handyman. He's doing something kind and thoughtful for Belly, without expecting anything in return. And when you look at his clothes, white t-shirt and khakis, it's exactly like Noah's outfit in The Notebook. This small detail tells us that the creators are making a clear connection between Conrad and Noah, two characters who are deeply in love and willing to wait and work for the one they care about. Just like Noah and Allie ended up together in The Notebook, this scene suggests that Belly and Conrad's love story might not be over either. Another powerful clue is Belly's red bathing suit. In the beginning of the episode, she's wearing a red suit that looks almost exactly like the one she wore in Season 1, Episode 4. That was the episode where Belly and Conrad almost kissed on the dock during the fireworks. That moment was one of the first times viewers saw the strong romantic tension between them. Bringing back the red suit in Season 3 is not just a fashion choice. It's a visual reminder of that special moment she shared with Conrad. It tells us that even if Belly is preparing to marry Jeremiah now, the feelings she had for Conrad haven't completely gone away. She's still carrying those memories, whether she realizes it or not. We also have the dock scene, which adds another layer to this idea. At the end of the episode, Belly and Jeremiah dance together on the dock under the fireworks. It's a sweet moment, and Belly even calls it her wedding gift to Jeremiah. But this scene is almost a mirror image of what happened in Season 1, when Belly and Conrad nearly kissed on that same dock, also under the fireworks. That's not a coincidence. The show is inviting us to compare these two relationships. When we see Belly dancing with Jeremiah in a place where she once shared a deep, emotional moment with Conrad, it feels like she's trying to recreate something that already happened naturally with someone else. This tells us that Belly's heart might not be fully in the present. She's trying to move forward with Jeremiah, but the past with Conrad is still very much there. One of the most obvious signs that Conrad still has deep feelings for Belly comes from the way the episode is told entirely from his point of view. Throughout the episode, he keeps trying to tell himself that it's time to let go of Belly and move on. But the more he says it, the more we see that he simply can't. His mind is filled with flashbacks of moments they shared. He remembers the laughs, the late-night talks, the quiet glances. It's clear that Conrad isn't just struggling to forget Belly, he's failing completely. It wouldn't make sense to focus so much on Conrad's inner world unless he was still a big part of where the story is headed. Finally, we have the return of Kaylee, who is Adam Fisher's secretary, and also the woman he had an affair with. Most people might not notice how this connects to the love story, but it actually does. Kaylee being back means that there could be more family tension coming up, especially between Conrad, Jeremiah, and their father. So far, it looks like Jeremiah doesn't know the full truth about the affair, while Belly and Conrad do. If this secret comes out, it could shake up a lot of relationships, including Belly and Jeremiah's engagement. If things start to fall apart between them, it could open the door for Belly to really look at who she loves and why. When you put all these clues together, it becomes very clear that the story is not done with Belly and Conrad. The show is gently guiding us back to their love story, even while showing Belly's engagement to Jeremiah on the surface.